okay, and it's upsetting to me, and all I can say is I'm sorry, okay? Okay, so guys, listen to this. Everybody just look right here for a second, okay? So if you have this, you can just listen for a second, okay? So if you have x equals 1, and then if I add 2 to both sides, x plus 2 equals 1 plus 2. I added 2 to both sides, which is acceptable to do. So then this equation is equivalent to this equation. So Jesse's group over here, they said a log is equivalent to an exponential. And that's exactly right. It means it's the same thing. I just wrote it a different way. Okay? Here's another example. You guys look. If you have x equals 1/2 y, and if you have x equals y over 2, it's the same exact thing. So you can write the 1 or not write the 1. The 1 can be after it or the 1 can be on top, and it's exactly the same thing. So logs and exponentials can be equivalent as long as you convert them correctly. Okay? Now everybody listen. Who says this? When I learned logs, I felt quite confused a lot of the time. Raise your hand if you feel like that. Okay. The reason you feel confused is because it's kind of awkward. Like, what is a log, right? And the other thing reason I think people get confused is they don't know the rules. So you have to know the rules. That's why I had you guys start coming up with your own rules so you could try to, figure out what's going on. I'm telling you, you have to know the rules. And you have to do your homework. And you have to be in class so that you don't get confused, okay? Okay, here we go. Determine the common log of each of the following. So the common log, this is pretty uncommon. If you have 10 to the -5th, the -5 is the common log. It's whatever the exponent is. So on this one right here, the common log is 4. Okay. On question B, first thing I have to do is I have to write it as a 10 with an exponent. You guys, it's so easy. Look right here. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. So that would be a 10 to the 4th. So the question A and question B are really the same thing. So the common base is a 4. That's it. Okay, this one right here, it's going to be a 10, but you're going to have a negative exponent. Okay, so it's going to be like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I think we have to go one more. Let me see. Nope, that's it. So go to right there. How many places did I move it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that would be 10 to the -5th. So move the decimal so that it's right there. Okay, so what is the common log? -5. Okay, so that's pretty simple. Okay, everybody look right here. Converting a log to an exponential is completely essential. You have to know how to do it. Okay, everybody look right here. Okay, if you have 2 to the 3rd power, I want you to write this down. Okay, I need you to know what the base is, and I need you to know what the exponent is. Okay, we're going to talk about base and exponent. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then we're not communicating. Everybody in the room, tell me what the base is of 2 to the 3rd. It is a 2. Good. And the exponent is a 3. Okay, look at this right here. Y equals log base b of x. I want you to write that down. Write down y equals log base b of x. That's how you say that. Y equals log base b of x. So look at the beautiful thing about this, guys. The b on the left-hand side is called a base. Well, it's the base over here. So the base on the log is the base on the exponential. Okay, so look what you do. You write down the b, you raise it to the other side, to the y, and then you say, what's the only thing I haven't written down yet? Oh yeah, an x. Okay, and then to go the other way, you go, this is my base. So it's going to be log base b. It's always of the other side. So that's of x is equal to y. Okay, let's do some conversion. These are in log forms. You guys, I'm not making fun, but sometimes people don't know which one's log and which one's exponential. If it says log, it's log. If it doesn't, then it's exponential. Okay, everybody look right here. See this base 5? Write it down. Raise it to the other side, which is a 2, is equal to, what's the only thing I haven't written down yet, everybody? An x. That's how easy it is. Let's do the next one. What's your base? 4. Raise it to the other side, which is a 3. What haven't I written down yet? 64. Let's do this one. You tell me what to start with. What do I start with right now? Everybody in the room, there's 25 of you, 30 of you. What do? 5. Raise to the, tell me, other side, second, is equal to 25. Don't change that and write it as 25 equals 25, because then it's not exponential anymore. It doesn't have an exponent, so don't do that, okay? This one right here, 7 to the, talk to me, 0 is equal to, everybody in the room, what haven't I written yet? 1. Who says this is easy? Let's see. Okay, you have to know how to do it. I'm telling you, if you can't do it, you will miss every problem on logs. Almost every problem involves a conversion. Okay? Okay, right here. That's in exponential. Now I'm going to write it in log. So everybody write down the word log. Look at the given problem. Okay, don't go ahead of me. Look at the given problem. What is the base in that problem? Everybody in the room, tell me, what is it? It's a 6. So it's going to be the base right here. Now that 6 has to be subscript, has to be down low, okay? And then it's of the other side, which is a 1, is equal to, what's the only thing I haven't written, everybody? 0. Good. Let's do the next one. Everybody write down log. What's the next number I'm going to write? Tell me that. The 5. It's the base, right? It's down low of the other side, 25, is equal to, what haven't I written? 2. Let's do this one. Log base, 30 people, mouths are moving. What's my base? 4. Of, talk to me, 16, other side, is equal to, what haven't I written? X. You guys do D. Okay, Katie, what'd you write, honey? Log base what, honey? 3 of 1 over 81 is equal to -4. Now, the way it's written is fine. I would never take points off, but I want you to add parentheses around the 1 over 81, just because you're taking the log of 1 over 81, the whole thing is there, and it could start to get confusing, I think, without those parentheses, okay? All right, that is it. Grab your calculator, okay? Everybody look right here up for me, okay? Look up. There is no base here. There's nothing written. So what is it? It's a 10. Look right here for a second. If you have an x, there's no exponent written. What's the exponent if it's not written? 1. There's no number in front. What's the number in front if it's not written? 1. Same thing, okay? So everybody grab your calculator and go log 100, close it off, hit enter, and you get a 2. Okay? Look at question B. Log 2.34. Everybody hit log 2.34, close it off, hit enter, and we're going to round 4 digits. You guys, you never round an answer, ever, 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 unless they tell you to round. So I'm telling you to round, okay? So it's 0.3692. Okay? That's it. E. Okay? Everybody write down pi. Pi is approximately 3.14159 blah, 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 blah. Is pi scary, or are you pretty used to it? Who says I'm pretty used to pi? Pi is not scary to me. Okay, E is the same concept as pi. You guys, E is approximately 2.7, I think it's 2.715, let's see, 2.718, blah, 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 blah. So E works just like pi in that it's like this number that doesn't end, that's constantly that number. That's all it is, okay? So if you have log base e, see this log base e right here? You can just replace it with ln. They're equivalent. You can write it however you want. But if you have ever seen ln, it's log base e, okay? So look at this right here, example 5. Write it in exponential form. The first thing I want you to do, guys, is write 5 equals log base e of x. Now I want you to convert it. So what's the base in the log? Everybody in the room, talk to me. E. So you're going to go e raised to the other side, which is a 5, is equal to, what haven't I written, everybody? X. Don't figure out what that is and write it as a decimal, because then it's not in exponential form anymore, okay? This one right here, everybody write y equals log base e of 64. Let's convert it. Everybody in the room, what's the base of that log? Talk to me. E. Raised to the, talk to me. Y, other side, is equal to 64. See, it's just manipulating. That's all it is. Literally, that's all logs are. Is you take something and you start messing with it according to the rules. That's all it is. You just have to know the rules. Okay, look at this one. Log base e of 25 equals z. You do it. Okay, Miranda, what'd you get, sweetie? It's okay.
It's e to the z equals 25.
Is she right? Yeah, it's right. Do you really have to write that line? What do you think? You really don't. I always write it because I think it's easier for you to understand when you can see the E, but if you don't write that line, I'm totally good with it. Okay? Okay, write this in log form. Okay, here we go. Everybody go, log base. What's my base in the original problem? Everybody in the room, talk to me. E. So log base E of what, everybody? Other side, 1 equals, what haven't I written? 0. You can write it like that. You can also write it as ln 1 equals 0. Log base E and ln are equivalent statements. Either one of those is great. Okay, let's do this one. It's going to be log base, talk to me everybody, E of 7.4 is equal to, what haven't we written? 2. Everybody go, ln 7.4 equals 2. Could you go straight to ln? Sure. You don't even have to write that down if you don't want to. Okay? When you get into 1050, for those of you that are choosing to go, we're gonna do lots of solving on this. And if you can go straight to ln, it's gonna be easier. Okay? So this one right here would be log base E of 16. I'm gonna write that as ln 16 is equal to x. If that confuses you, write it like this. Log base E of the other side, 16, equals x. That just means ln 16 equals x. Okay? Okay, grab your calculator. You also have an ln button. Okay? Everybody go ln 1.43, close it off, hit enter. We're going to go 4 digits, 0.3577. Underneath that, you guys write this down, log base E of 1.43. Everybody listen. Equivalent means equal. Equivalent means same thing. So if I have ln 1.43, that's log base E of 1.43. Then I want you to put an equals right here, because we just did this on our little group activity. That is log base 10 of 1.43 over log of E. Remember that dividing thing I showed you? Grab your calculator. Everybody go log 1.43, close it off, divided by, does anybody see the E on this calculator? Do you see it? Where is it? It's the second function of ln, right? So everybody hit log, then hit second ln. Now we do have a little bit of a problem because the calculator inputted an exponent on the E, but this E has an exponent of 1, right? So everybody put in a 1 and then close it, hit enter, and I got exactly the same thing, 0.3577. But you don't have to do all this business because we have a nice calculator and it allows us to go straight to ln. But if we didn't, that's how we do it. Okay, let's do this one. Grab your calculator. ln2, close it off. 4 digits, 0.6931, done. Okay, I want you to write something down. This is very important. Never, and I want you to underline never. Never round your answer unless what? There's only one circumstance when you round an answer. What is it? Unless you are told to. Unless the directions say so. Never put it in decimal because it's inaccurate. It's not perfect unless you're told to make an answer that's not perfect. Okay? All right, here are the rules. Okay? I want everybody to go like this, and I want you to write right here, memorize. You have got to memorize these. Okay? Log base A of 1 equals 0. Off to the side, I want you to write this down. Log base 10 of 1 is 0. Log base 7 of 1 is 0. Log base 13 of 1 is 0. Log base 423 of 1 equals 0. That's what they're saying. The A has to be 1 or bigger. Can't be a 0. A has to be bigger than 1, but if you're taking the log of a number that's base of a number that's bigger than 1, it's always 0. If you converted it, guys, A to the 0 is a 1. Anything to the 0 is a 1. That's why it works out. Look at this one. Log base A of A is 1. If you converted it, you'd have A to the first is A. Well, A to the first is always A. Okay? Off to the side, write this down. Log base 13 of 13 is 1. Log base 101 of 101 is 1. I could write this forever. If the base and what you're taking the log of match, it's equal to 1. That's your second rule. Okay? Who says I'm with you? Let me see how we're feeling here. Okay, good. This one right here, I want you to watch. Log base A of A raised to the n power. Watch this. See this exponent? I want everybody to pull it down in front. So I want you to write n times log base A of A. That's what that's equivalent to. Everybody in the room, what is log base A of A? What's that equal to? That's 1. So then you take the 1 and you times it by n, and that's why it's equal to n. So you just pull that exponent down. Log base A of A is a 1. 1 times n is n. Done. Okay, look at this guy. This one right here, there's not a nice way for me to explain it to you. Okay, so I'm just going to tell you. Okay, write this down. 7 raised to the log base 7 of n. If this number is raised to a log that has the same base, if those match, then your answer is this guy right there. So that answer would be n. Okay, I'm going to do another one. Look right here. 13 raised to the log base 13 of 2r. Can anybody tell me what that's equal to? 2r. Do you see how easy this is? It's just a whole bunch of rules that you have to memorize. You don't know the rules, you can't do it. You get confused. You know the rules, you can do it. Everything's great. Okay? All right. This one right here. Could 2 to the third ever be equal to 2 to the second? You don't have to write this down. Could 2 to the third ever be equal to 2 to the second? Talk to me. No. So if we know that 2 to the x is equal to 2 to the third, then I know that x must be, talk to me everybody, x has to be 3. So this is the same idea. Okay? Write this down. If you have log base 7 of x equal to log base 7 of 5, they match up perfectly. So then x must be, what is it, you guys? X has to be 5, yeah. The log 7s match up, So therefore the x and the 5 must match up. Okay, that's another rule. Okay, here we go. Now we're going to use our rules. Okay, question A. Log base 6 of x is log base 6 of 17. So x must be, tell me, 17. Who says this is easy? I get this. Raise your hand. Doesn't that feel nice? Right? Know the rules. Okay, look at question B. Try not to look back up at those rules. Try to make yourself remember. Log base 4 of 4, log base 5 of 5, log base 20 of 20, log base 17 of 17. What are they all equal to? 1. Here we write x equals 1. That's it. It's just a rule. Okay, look at question 9. All right. See this 3 right here? Pull it down in front. So you have 3 ln equals m. All I did is pull the exponent down. You guys, ln is the same thing as, tell me, log base e. So everybody go 3 multiplied by log base e of e is equal to m. All I did is replace ln with log base e. Okay? Can anybody see anything? What's log base e of e? 1. What's 1 times 3? 3. So we know 3 is m, and we're done. That's it. Okay, here we go. Log base anything of 1, including log base e of 1. What's it equal to? Log base anything of 1, what is it? 0. And you know what? If you forget, all you have to do is go log 1. Or in this case, you could go ln 1. You could literally just stick it in, and it's always going to be a 0. Look at this one. If you have an exponent, pull it down. So this is 7 times log base 3 of 3 is equal to r. Log base 3 of 3 is what, everybody? 1. 1 times 7 is 7. So r must be 7. That's it. Okay, here's question D. There is no, you just have to remember this one. 5 raised to the log base 5 matching of 7. What's it equal to? 7. You guys, you just literally like go right to the answer on these. You just have to know the rules. Okay, this one right here. Log base anything of 1. Everybody tell me what it is. 0. This one right here. Tell me what to do first. The second you see that, you go, ooh, I know what I need to do first. What is it? Bring down your 13, right? If you have an exponent, pull it down. So this is 13, ln e equals b. Guys, look. ln e means log base e of e. What's log base e of e? 1. 1 times 13 is 13. I'm done with the problem. b is 13. This guy. A little bit tougher. Okay. I have an e to the second on the bottom. So look what I'm going to do. I'm going to write v equals ln. I'm going to take that e to the second, and I'm going to pull it up, and it becomes an e to the, what do you think? It was a positive second on the bottom, so when I pull it up, what do you think it's going to be? It's a negative 2. If it's a negative and you pull it down, you make it a positive. If it's positive and you change it, you just make it a negative. What do you do now? It should be screaming at you right there. You look at it and you go, oh yeah, I got to do this. What is it? Pull the exponent down. So you have v equals negative 2 ln e. ln e is log base e of e. What's log base e of e? 1. 1 times negative 2 is a negative 2. There's your answer. Okay? All right. Question 8. We're almost done. Log base 2 of 8. Now, you can't just do this on your calculator. You could, write this down, you could do log base 8 divided by log base 2. That's not how I want you to do it, but let's just do that for a second. Everybody go log 8, close it off, divided by log 2, close it off, hit enter, and I get a 3. That is not how I want you to do it. Can anybody think of another way to do this? What do you do, honey? Yeah, okay, that's good. Put it into exponential. Okay, so I was going to say something else. But your answer is perfectly great. There are so many different ways to do these logs. So many ways. So you don't have to do it my way, you just have to do it the right way. Okay? So Jesse said, let's put it in exponential. 2 to the x equals 8. And then I want you to write the word think. Now you just think about it. 2 to the what equals 8, everybody? 3. So there's an answer another way. I'm sorry, but I'm going to show you a third way. Can anybody see a different thing? Look at this. Do you see how this is log base 2? If I could write this as log base 2 of 2, I know log base 2 of 2 is a 1. So 8, I'm going to write it as a 2 to the, tell me. 2 to the what is 8? 2 to the third. Now what do? Pull my exponents down. So I have 3 times log base 2 of 2. Log base 2 of 2 is a 1. 1 times 3 is 3. That's how I do that problem. Lots of different ways. All 3 of those methods give you the same thing. Okay, question I. What do you notice? What number is sticking in your head right here? 7s. Yeah. So this is going to be log base z equals log base 7 of 1 over, how should I write 49, everybody? 7 squared. Right? Now, that 7 squared can't be on the bottom. So I'm going to bring it up, and then it becomes a 7 to the, talk to me, negative second. Now what do? Should be screaming at you. What do? Exponent, right? So you have negative 2 times log base 7 of 7. Log base 7 of 7 is a 1. 1 times negative 2 is a negative 2. Who says I'm with you? Raise your hand. Let me see. Good. Good. And doesn't that feel nice? Okay. You see lots of 8s. So we have m equals log base 8 of the square root of 8. You guys, the square root of 8 is the same thing as 8 to the, talk to me. Do you remember? This was on your midterm. Square root of 8 is 8 to the, write it in fractional form, remember? This exponent's a 1 over, what's the little number? 2. Yeah, so this is 8 to the 1/2. It's because it's a square root, and inside there's a 1. So it's 8 to the 1 over 2. Who says I know what you're talking about? Okay, good. Now pull the 1/2 down. So you have m equals 1/2 times log base 8 of 8. Log base 8 of 8 is a 1. 1 times 1/2 is a 1/2. Done. That's it. We're good? Okay. Now